Heading on a cruise from Southampton in 2022, well, we have your essential Southampton cruise port guide. Let's jump on board. If you could subscribe and hit the notification bell to Cruising with the 4Bs, it really helps grow the channel. It's completely free. Had over 1.8 million passengers in 2019. It has 5 cruise terminals. Welcome to our guide to Southampton Cruise Port. As you can see from the map, unsurprisingly, it's situated in the south of the UK. Journey time on a good day is around hour and 20, hour and 30 by car from London, and around hour and 20 fastest route by train. You arrive at Southampton Central Station. We'll take a look at your train and car options shortly. But firstly, let's take a look. You do have 5 cruise terminals. You do have the Mayflower, the New Horizon, the City, the Ocean, and the QE2. If you're arriving by coach, you'll arrive at the National Express coach station. This is, as you can see, situated very close to all of the cruise terminals. You can walk it in just under 20 minutes, and it's around 5 minutes in a taxi. There is a taxi rank just outside the coach park. There's also an information kiosk where they can book taxis for you. Regular services from London and the north of the UK. A lot of people do arrive by train and arrive into Southampton Central Station. It is served by trains all the way down from Scotland. There's regular half-hour services from London. As mentioned, these take around an hour and 20 minutes for the fast trains. Most trains arrive onto platform number 4, and as you can see, we're heading out of platform number 4. You'll want to take the exit out of platform number 4. Literally a few steps and you're out on to the foyer just outside. That bus there, the Unilink that you want, does take you down towards the Ocean Terminal, if that's your terminal. But if you've got more than 1 passengers, it makes economical sense to get a taxi. Taxis are around about £6-7 to the terminals. Uber costs around £5 to £7. You can see on the screen the costs of Uber. But really is not that inexpensive, all under £10 to get a taxi, and it does save hassle as well. All the taxi rules there on the terrace, if you fancy taking a look at that. But let's take a look, yes. As you can see, 4 minutes in a taxi, and if you're walking, around about 20 minutes. So let's take a look at the journey. Here we go. To the left, obviously, you have all the taxis. Let's head out, and as mentioned just a moment ago, around a 4-minute journey. This is also the route you would take if you were walking down to the terminals. Just like that, you have arrived at the first of our 3 terminals, the Mayflower, the Horizon, and the City terminal. Once you've gone through the gates, as you can see, look, a nice welcome. Welcome to the Port of Southampton, Dock Gate 10. Straight ahead, you can see the New Horizon terminal. We'll head there shortly. I'll give you a little guide to that. If you take a right at this roundabout, you'll get to the Mayflower terminal. We'll head there as well, you lucky people. But now we're going to head down to the left-hand side and head to the City terminal. As you can see, the car parks to the left-hand side. There's plenty of choices for car parks. Please do, I recommend taking a look at them all and look at the prices. If you are looking for the ABP official parking, It is convenient. It's right next to the terminals. They have car parks throughout the port. They do own the port. So whatever port or whatever terminal that you are departing from, you can choose a car park right near. It is convenient, maybe a little bit more expensive. We're talking around 2 or 3 days. We're talking about £40, up to about £150 if you're going for 2 weeks. But I do recommend looking around if you want convenience, the ABP car parks. There we go, the lovely City Cruise Terminal. We departed last year from the City Cruise Terminal on our Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean does tend to always use the City Cruise Terminal, but as we always say, do check with your cruise company and your tickets to make sure you know exactly what cruise terminal you could depart from, because they do have their usual ones, but they can depart from every single 5 terminals that they do have in Southampton. There we go, there is your cruise terminal, the City Cruise Terminal. As you can see, as we're leaving, to the right hand side you'd have the taxi rank where you'll be dropped off, and also you can collect a taxi once you've departed the ship. Where we're driving through now is where people, if they're dropping you off or if they're picking you up, they can take you as well. And there's also people always standing there ready and waiting once you arrive with your luggage to take your luggage off to the cruise ship. City Terminal, pretty new terminal, and very nice terminal as well. So obviously once you're off the ship, you'll take this left and you'll head out of the port. Plenty of signs. And we're going to head now to the new cruise terminal, Horizon Cruise Terminal. Horizon Cruise Terminal was opened in September 2021. It is part funded by MSC, so you're more than likely to be heading out of Horizon Terminal if you're on MSC, but as said before, that may be slightly different, or you could be with another company, cruise company, and heading out of Horizon. But the majority of the MSC cruises will depart from the Horizon Cruise Terminal. Brand new terminal. As you can see, plenty of signs as you arrive. You have got the drop-off area. The far end, you've got the taxi rank. Like all the cruise terminals, do not panic when you arrive on the day. There'll be plenty of staff ready to show you exactly where to go, where to drop off, where to drop your luggage off. There we go, there's the entrance, the departures. You also have to the side, you have the arrivals. As I said, it's brand new, a beautiful terminal, and it's situated in between the City Terminal, as you can see the City Terminal there, and the Mayflower Terminal. Also in the ABP car park in front of the Horizon. If we carry on past the Horizon, and you'll find the Mayflower Terminal. So as we said before, right hand turning once you arrive into the port through the dock gates. Mayflower has a large drop-off area in the front for coaches, for taxis, and if someone is dropping you off. Large area, lots of signs for departures and arrivals. Now let's head to Mayflower Park on a very, very windy day. Excuse the wind noise. Now you're heading on a cruise, and maybe you've arrived the day before or you've arrived early. There's only one place that you need to head, and that is Mayflower Park. As you can see, Mayflower Park is behind me there. It is nothing special, so don't get excited about that. But what you should get excited about is what Mayflower Park offers regards views of the ships. Because there we go, behind us you do have 3 of the terminals. You have the City Terminal right there. You also have the New Horizon Terminal, and behind that you have the Mayflower Terminal. So it offers spectacular views. In the summer this place is absolutely packed with loads of people doing a bit of cruise spotting, and especially also they tend to dock there when there's new ships that are being launched here in Southampton. So it's the place to come. Perhaps not the place to come on a cold January day, but I'm doing it for you as we do this Southampton port guide. A couple of things you need to remember while you are in Southampton, and if you are cruising from Southampton, is it can get very busy. There is 5 cruise terminals here. They can use a 6th as well, so you can sometimes have up to 6 cruise ships in. So if you are coming down on the day, remember sometimes the traffic can be crazy. There is a Premiership football team here, Southampton, so do watch out and do plan ahead if there is going to be a Southampton home game. Once again, it can get very busy. If I was standing here in the middle of September to late September, early September, any time in September, I would be in the middle of the boat show. That brings a lot of crowds as well. So there are a few things that you need to plan for and look out for if you're heading down to Southampton. But if you are heading down to Southampton, the day before or early on, head to Mayflower Park for spectacular views of the cruise ships. Apologies, it was a little bit windy that day. As you can see, the Mayflower Park there. Great views of the ships, as that man was just saying. Hopefully by the summer they'll fix the fence. Also, if you're lucky, there's normally an ice cream van down here in the summer. There's also a play park. Not the best of play parks, but there is a play park. And you also get spectacular views. Also you get views of the Isle of Wight ferry. Two more terminals here. Over there you can see the ocean, just there, cruise terminal, and then you've also got the QE2 terminal just over there as well. So this is Town Quay. Once again, if you want to have some views of the Isle of Wight ferry and also all the cruise ships as they're heading out, then head down to Town Quay. You can see in the background as well all the other cruise ship terminals. So if you're heading to Southampton the day before or on the day, head down to Town Quay and you get some spectacular views of the cruise ships. We move on to our next terminals now, the Ocean and the QE2. Around a 13-minute walk from the train station, just over 5 minutes if you're heading in a taxi. Dockgate 4 is where we arrived for the final 2 terminals. Once you arrived at the Dockgate, the roundabout, if you take a right, you'll head to the Ocean, straight on for the QE2 terminal. We'll take a look at the QE2 shortly, but now let's take a look at the Ocean terminal. This terminal will be the first choice for P&O to use, but obviously P&O, Southampton is their home port, so they do have a variety of ships, so you could be at any of the terminals if you're going by P&O. It's a lovely terminal. As you can see, like all the other terminals, plenty of people on hand to guide you to where you need to go. Head to the right if you're parking the car, drop off lane number 2, taxis, coaches in lane number 1. Plenty of people in those orange vests to guide you. There'll be people on hand once you've been dropped off to take your luggage, and you won't see that luggage until you arrive in your cabin later in the day. And you just walk straight ahead into the terminal, and just behind there will be the testing centre as well. The QE2 terminal is just along from Ocean. You can see Ocean, and there's the QE2 terminal. Nice little terminal there. It's normally the 5th one to be used if all the others are busy, and that's the QE2 terminal. Now you might want to stay the night before, so you'll need a hotel. Plenty of hotels in Southampton. Just take a look at this picture. The cheaper ones are in the circle towards the top. Take a look at those in a minute. You've got the Premier Inn at the front there, and you've also got the Holiday Inn and also the previously known Grand Harbour Hotel, which are very, very close. There we can see a picture of the Holiday Inn, and you can see how close, look how close it is to the city terminal. There's Arcadia in the background. Oh, it's touching distance. Holiday Inn, taking a look at the prices, you can get it as cheap as £120 if we're talking midweek towards the weekend, and if we're talking July, we're talking about £240. But it is very convenient, very close, and there across the road you do have what used to be known as the Grand Harbour Hotel, now known as the Ladado Royal Hotel. There again, we're talking about, as you can see, 113 for April time, up to 263 in July. If you're looking for a more cheaper hotel, we do have the Novotel, the Ibis Hotel, and also the Ibis Budget. Very, very close, walking distance to the Mayflower, the City, and the Horizon terminals. We're talking between £50 and £70 for these 3 hotels, but very convenient. Plenty of hotels, as I said, in Southampton. Check them out, get the best prices. Things to do in Southampton: large shopping centre known as West Quay, and also you've got the High Street there. Accompanying that, you do have plenty of restaurants and the Showcase Cinema. Oh, lovely cinema there. I was in there the other week, and you can lay down and watch the films. Ah, fantastic. Anyway, I digress. You can go along the walls in the Bargate walls. Fantastic little walk there. Check out some history. You may want to check out some football and head to the local ground, St Mary's Premiership, so you can maybe see Manchester United, Chelsea. Tickets start from around £45 if you want to catch a match before your cruise. A favourite of the 4Bs is Paulton's. Has Peppa Pig World at Paulton's. Fabulous theme park. It's just outside of the town, maybe 10-minute drive, and tickets start from about £40, about £150 for a family of 4. And yes, I did go on this. Oh my, I'm still having nightmares, still feeling a bit queasy after going on this ride. As mentioned before, we're only an hour and 20 minutes on the train from London, so perhaps you could base yourself in Southampton for a few days before your cruise and head up to Southampton, maybe go on the London Eye and other London attractions. It's going to be a fabulous year for Southampton cruise ports. If you've got any tips for cruising in and out of Southampton, please do put them down in the comments. We really do appreciate it. Let's get the debate going. Enjoy your cruise wherever you're departing from in 2022, and we'll hopefully see you on board. For now, it's bon voyage, and we'll see you on the next one.